Okay, this is one of two football videos I'm going to be posting. This one a little bit more important than the other. So without further ado, let's get right to the story. As you guys should know by now, or just hearing it by now, the Saints head coach, along with a lot of staff, has been suspended. Um, this is pretty much a giant blow to the organization. Pretty much they've been disgraced. From what I understand, there's a lot of stuff going on that has happened leading to the suspension. I'll start with Sean Payton. He was suspended without pay for the 2012 season. The NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell and former Saints defensive coordinator Greg Williams was banned indefinitely because his team players were paid boundaries for big hits on opponents from 2009 and 2011. Goodell also banned Saints general manager Mickey Loomis for the first 8 regular season games next season, and assistant coach Joan Vicks for the first 6 games. The NFL said it is the first time the league has suspended a head coach. The explanation for Payton's ban indicated he tried to cover up what the Saints was doing, meaning that they were intentional, serious hits, which they were doing to players on purpose. It wasn't accidental, and they was getting paid for it, which if this is the trace, and he covered up, man oh man, it's sad. It's definitely put a huge dent on the organization, which I know a lot of people in New Orleans is not too pleased to hear, especially since it's going to leave a shadow right straight to the 2012 season. According to Payton, Payton ignored ownerships to make sure boundaries wasn't being paid. The league also pretty much consented Wednesday for choosing to falsely deny that the program existed, and for attempting to discourage the false denies by indicating assistance to make sure our ducks are in a row. Handing down sweeping and serious punishment for the system that paid out thousands of dollars for knocking Pacific players out of the game. Goodell also banned Saints general manager Mikey Loomis for the first 8 regular season games and the next season. The assistant coach John for the first 6 games. I'm reading it again so that way you know what's going on. In addition, Goodell fined the Saints $500,000 and took away their second-round draft pick for this year and next. So they lost 2 first-round draft picks. Goodell called what the Saints did particularly unusual and unacceptable. We are all accountable we're all accountable and responsible for players' health and safety and the integrity of the game. We will not tolerate conduct or the culture of undermining these policies, Goodell said in a statement released by the NFL. No one is above the game and all the rules that governs it. I have to agree. This is something that is definitely unethical. And just basically unacceptable. That I will not even argue with that case there. We are all accountable. After the NFL first made its investigation public on March 12th, Williams admitted and apologized for running a program as the Saints defensive coordinator from 2009 to 2011. He was hired as the new St. Louis Rams this offseason. Goodell will review Williams' status after the upcoming season and decide whether he can return to the league. I think they're going to hit him the most, and I don't think he's going to come back. And if they do come back, not too many teams are going to take a chance at him, especially after this. I could be wrong, but this is really, wow, this is deep. This is very, very deep. The Saints must now decide who will coach the team while Payton is barred. His suspension is effective April 1st and will make a roster move while Loomis is out. After the NFL made it clear the punishment were looming, Payton and Loomis took their blame for violation, that they acknowledged what happened under our watch and said the Saints owner Tom Benson had nothing to do with it, with the boundary pool, which reached as much as 50 $50,000 in 2009, the season the Saints won the Super Bowl. Wow. I'm gonna stop there for a minute. I'm gonna leave a link to this article. It's done by Yahoo Sports. It is written by Howard Finchens of the Associated Press. He is a pro football writer. I will leave a link below so you guys can read this yourself. I am speechless. I was originally gonna start, because I said I had 2 videos. I was originally gonna start with the Jets' weird decision to pick up another quarterback, but when this came up, I was totally lost for words. I don't even know how my friends feel about this, because I know my friends are big time Saints fans, and this coming out of nowhere, it really puts a very, very black eye on the season as well as the whole organization, period. They really hand out punishment. I'm not surprised they hand out bans for that. And if this is true, well, this is disappointing news, because I don't expect that coach to do that or implement a policy, an unethical policy that can seriously jeopardize the health and the career of the players from the opposite team, especially their own players. It basically encourages brutality, which we don't need. I mean, football is already a grueling sport. Nobody's denying that. Injuries happen, concussions do happen, but to deliberately do it, that's a whole different thing. You're taking it to a whole different level, and the fact that he was actually warned by his own staff to cut it out and did not do that, and he still went on doing it and then try to cover it up. It shows that his optics is not where it is. I don't know how the Saints going to handle that. I honestly don't. I'm just still stunned that this happened. Like I said, I don't follow the Saints. My team is the Jets, and when the Giants are playing, I do tend to comment on them from time to time, because they're New York, and they're a local team, so I have a reason to talk about that. But wow. I don't know. I'm going to leave this, guys, for you guys, especially if you're Saint fans. How do you feel about this? Because this is a very deep situation. I know that a lot of Saint fans can't be happy for lots of reasons. But the one thing I will not deny, what they did is totally unacceptable, totally unethical, and very dangerous. Because God forbid, if those hits can really cripple, paralyze a guy for life, or being worse, kill the guy. And all because of rules you implemented to encourage that kind of brutality. But again, I'm going to leave it guys up to you guys to talk about this. I will leave a link below. You guys let me know what you feel about this. To me, I don't know how New Orleans is going to bounce back. I don't even know if that coach will be the coach once the season's once he is done with the suspension, because you never know. The league may say, you know what? The team may say, dude, I'm very happy you won the Super Bowl ring. I'm very glad with your record, but you are not. We can't have you in this team because of what just happened. Because the ethic values, there's always going to be question marks. As long as you're there, you got to go. I could be wrong, but I honestly think his career is done with the Saints. Even if his suspension, even if he lives through the suspension, I don't think he's going to have his career is going to be the same after that. He does bring liability no matter where he goes. So see what happens to them. You may think this is done wrong, and by all means, if you think I'm wrong, that's fine. That's cool with it, But I do like to hear your comment on this matter. So till then, this is J77. I will leave a link, and when you guys comment, I will comment back. Until then, J77 signing off.